Good morning, everyone. Afternoon, night, wherever you are. I hope you're having a great day. I'm still working on my decluttering process, and I really, truly appreciate you coming on my journey with me. I know that this is more of a popular thing these days, and I really want to make sure that I'm not trying to fall into a new trend to kind of keep going. On this journey just because a lot of other people are. I don't think that I am. I think that, I think there's a difference between the decluttering process versus the minimalism process. And the decluttering process is just kind of going through your stuff and just getting rid of things casually, I feel like. And the minimalism process is living with things that, as Konmari says, spark joy, or things that you need. And I feel like that is more of a internal kind of process. Because you really evaluate your needs and wants in your life at where you are at right now, and you really have to kind of do a little bit of soul searching while you're going through those things. So I've written down some things that I have found helpful, and I think I already went through some of these in one video, so I apologize if I'm repeating myself. So, okay, so you're supposed to go through, as Konmari says, you're supposed to go through, in order, clothes, books, paper, miscellaneous, and sentimental items. I have already went through this process one time, and I didn't feel like it was a sustainable way for me to do things. My dog's gonna come up here. And you guys, just so you know, I didn't think that I was going to be one of these people that had small dogs and dressed them up, but look at me now. So never say never, okay? Just never say never. Thank you, Hannah. This is a way to know that you're constantly changing. So the next thing is to tidy by that category. As I have started over, the category that I started with was clothes, as it was suggested. I find that clothes and kitchens are the easiest for me because I'm not a fashionista kind of person. I like comfort over stylish. And the kitchen, well, that's a whole nother situation that we will get into another time. So as you're going through your clothes, ask yourself, does it spark joy? You are supposed to touch it and smell it and hug it and feel the fabric, like actually feel it, and think about each item, but don't give yourself too long because you'll end up keeping the just in case items that you will still not use. But I am the type of person that likes to go ahead and get rid of the items as I go, and I don't know if I would recommend this for some people. Some people I would recommend putting it in a box, storing it away, and getting it out at a different time, or seeing if in that time period or whatever you give yourself, if you give yourself a month, 3 months, 6 months, a year to use an item, if you never reach back in that box to get that item out and you forget that you have it, it's probably not that important to you and you probably need to discard it. And she also says whenever you discard items, you need to say goodbye to the item. Tell the item, thank you for serving your purpose. I'm gonna let you go to someone who's really gonna use you and appreciate you. That's another thing. There was not necessarily duplicates, but things that would serve the same purpose. So I did kind of get rid of those items. I got rid of a cutting board, for example, the first go around, and now I just use a plate to cut my items. I had so much silverware, and we have 3 people in our house. Rarely have people come over. I mean, I am not one of those people that like to entertain or anything like that. So we really didn't need that many items. And hopefully one day, you guys, I'll be able to take you through my house and kind of explain room by room what I have done. And I probably need to do that. Also, please know that there is no wrong way to do this. Don't put pressure on yourself to do things a certain way. These are just guidelines that I thought were helpful, that I wrote down from what I've searched or learned, or I mean, you guys, I've been studying this for a while now. Joshua Fields Milburn, Konmari, Ryan Nicodemus, Leo Babauta, Brittany Taylor. She is somebody that I look up to so much, so much. Kate Flowers, Allie D. I can't think of his name right now. The minimalist guy, Joshua Becker. Wow, why can't I remember that? So I've kind of taken my own inventory and found out of those guys' suggestions what works for me. And I tell you that some of the things that I've heard are amazing, but they don't work for me. One thing, I think it was Joshua Fields Milburn and Ryan Nicodemus, I think that they called these things anchors, and these are things that hold you down and you know, make you kind of feel heavy, I guess. And there was a lot of items, surprisingly, that was doing that, that was filling that purpose. And I think that's why people feel so much lighter and kind of get that high in the beginning, because they're getting rid of their anchors. But just know that this is an ongoing process, and to be easy on yourself. Don't put so much pressure on yourself. And if you feel like you're going backwards, the faster that you can catch that and try to create a new habit, the better I feel like you are. Yeah, and here's another thing that I've written down. If you're having a hard time, it could be because once it brought you joy, and it no longer serves a purpose now. It could be something you use for special occasions. And these are things that are kind of these just in case items that a lot of people like to hang on to. And I think it's totally fine to hang on to these things until you're deeper into the decluttering process. If you're truly not sure if it sparks joy or anything like that, then keep it and come back to it a different time when you're in a different mind space. That's what I have done over this past month, and I find it helpful. Also, I try to think of, whenever I'm holding these items, what purpose does it serve in my day-to-day life, and how am I going to use that item? And when I ask myself these questions, how often do I do that? Like a blow dryer, for instance. You know, how often do I actually use a blow dryer? Well, normally I take my showers at night and I let my hair air dry. Or sometimes in the winter here, because it's cold right now, I find that I like to warm up with my hair dryer, and I take my dogs outside to go to the bathroom at night, and I don't like going outside with wet hair. So that would be something that I would keep. So I appreciate you watching. I'm still on the clothes declutter. I have a lot of clothes that I've had since high school, And I wear them to bed a lot, and I don't know if I still want to keep those or not. So I'm going to still take my time on my clothing declutter, and I've already decluttered twice with my clothes, but please keep in mind that I hope to bring you along in my journey a little bit better than what I have. Instead of just talking to you in the camera, I hope to actually bring you guys up there with me, why I do that kind of. I've finally gotten my routine now that I think that I'm comfortable with bringing you guys in, because at first I thought that, you know, it's more of a spiritual type thing. I really needed to look deep inside myself and take a look at what actually I needed for me, instead of showing you guys, because I think that would have put an added bit of pressure on me to get rid of more things than I actually wanted or needed to get rid of. So those are my suggestions, guys. Like I said, I hope you're having a great day, and I truly, truly, truly appreciate you guys hanging in there with me and just making sense of my thoughts that I'm just blurting out to the world. So, yep, I think that's all I've got for today, but I hope you have a great week. It is Monday right now here, and I'm getting ready to go to work, and just one thing at a time, guys. One thing at a time. Try not to multitask. Focusing on one thing at a time and breathe. Just try to find some peace and serenity throughout your day, throughout those moments when you're feeling overwhelmed. Just take a minute and take a deep breath and gather your thoughts and go from there. So, all right, guys, I'm going to let you go. I hope you have a great day, and I'll see you later. Bye.